And if you remember me from the diaspora, Clive, it's getting hot in here. Oh my
We're begging for a little grace for Harris. Please and thanks. She just remember a very important point. Anyway, recently motorists have complained, or there are some complaints, because ACP says it hasn't been all bad feedback, right? About being ticketed for having their cell phones on their laps or on their seats while driving. The JCF has noted the concerns, and they're here to give us more clarity on this issue. So with us now is Head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Gary McKenzie, who's going to make intercession for Harris.
No, say so.
Interceding.
No, say so. Man, you get both me and him in trouble. No, say so.
ACP.
Morning,
Good
ACP.
morning.
Good morning
How
to you
are you
ladies.
today?
Good morning, viewers.
I know. You folks are under some pressure ahead of tomorrow, no?
Well, yes, I
Realizing
mean, we are preparing, ensuring that we are in a position to carry out our responsibilities.
And what does that preparation look like?
Well, there's a lot. Most of it is coordination, collaboration, preparation. We have to ensure that all the moving parts are together so that we are able to be very efficient when it comes on to carrying out our responsibilities. So ensuring that all our stations, our facilities, that those are fortified. We have to ensure that we have supplies, equipment that are working. We have to ensure that our vehicles are up. And most importantly, our personnel have to be prepared. They have to ensure that their families are safe, and we have to be prepared to go for the long haul if the needs be.
Yeah, we understand it well. Essential service over here too, so we get it, and we wish you and your colleagues all the best.
And that,
Thank you.
And that you remain safe
Yes.
as well, sir.
Thank
Absolutely
you. Same to you.
All right. Let us get into why the public is. They want to beat up the police. Oh, gosh. ACP, tell us about the concerns that you have heard. We'll share ours by motorists who have been ticketed for having cell phones. Let me start with the lap.
Well, let me first say that the cell phone law, as it is now termed, that was put in force because we have had over many years a lot of crashes, to include fatal crashes, as a result of distraction. As a matter of fact, so far we have had 41 single vehicle crashes that have resulted in fatalities. And, this is a reduction of 10 over 2023.
41 attributed to cell phone use?
Not all.
Okay.
But it has been a part of distraction crashes. Many of them, of course, do not result in fatalities. But to the extent that we have that issue, it was necessary for the authorities to act on it because road safety and, more importantly, public safety has to be taken quite seriously. So previously, if someone was using their cell phone, it would come under the banner of careless driving, driving without due care, and it could be that someone drive without due consideration. However, it has now become a specific offense. Since that time, since the commission of the act, we have served over 15,000 traffic tickets for the offense. And, a lot of it, I would say, is really justified. We have had some reports, we have had some complaints, we have had mostly inquiries because people want to be on the right side of the law. And so when we look at what the framers of the act actually put in, the first thing to note is that it ought to be hands-free. So whilst you are driving, using your motor vehicle, your phone should not be in your hand. It went on to actually say that your device, not only your cell phone, but of course other devices, such as laptops and so on, because those are electronic devices. There have been complaints about someone, as I have now my phone on my lap, it's not in use. And
We're going to ticket you for that, by the way, because it's not allowed.
I am speaking to you. I'm not using it.
But it's on your lap. It could be a distraction.
Right. And no, well, the truth about it is that it is really not in use at this point in time. I would encourage, though, that your cell phone is not in your lap, because as you correctly said a while ago, it could be distraction. The truth is that someone could have a Bluetooth, and if you have that, there's really no necessity for it to be on your lap. Persons have, however, complained that it is on the seat and it is in the middle of the car, or it is mounted on the dashboard, and they have been ticketed. As I had said before, hands-free is really what should obtain. Now, if your cell phone rings whilst it is on your lap and then you engage it, then that becomes an offense.
When you say you engage it?
So it rings and you decide to answer it.
Whether you're wearing an earphone, earbuds, or no?
Well,
once it's lit up, illuminated, suppose it's turned on.
No, if it's lit up and you are engaging it via Bluetooth, then you are not using it. But if the officer observes you taking up the phone, because some people take it up to look at it, to see who is calling, they might or might not take that call. Then at the time when the officer sees it in your hand, or if it is still on your lap and you are engaging it, then that's an offense.
This is regardless of whether you're moving or whether you're stationary.
So let me clarify that now. So if you are driving, it's a no-no. If you are in a traffic line, a live line of traffic, it's a no-no.
What if you're at a stoplight?
If you are at the stoplight, it's a no-no. You see, the thing that people need to recognize, when you're at a stoplight, the environment is still in motion. People are crossing the roadway. Some persons, some drivers may come and cut in front of you, even though they shouldn't. Persons have stopped at the traffic light, engaged their cell phone, the light changes and they don't even realize. Someone hung from behind and you just drive at the time when a child is crossing and you did not notice that. So you ought to be very focused. The law clearly states that if you intend to engage your cell phone in that way, you need to pull over to the left off the roadway and engage your cell phone. Now, there have been complaints or queries as to whether or not if your engine is on. Now, what the law has said is that you are to pull over in an area that is allowed for pulling over. And once you have stopped and you are engaging your cell phone, not interfering with the flow of traffic, then that you should not be ticketed for that.
That mean like a sidewalk and so? Suppose you get an
well, not on a sidewalk, but off the roadway.
Emergency call ACP. And where does this? You see, this is
okay, right. So let us. You see, when you have an emergency has to be balanced with other safety measures. So it's just like if an ambulance is transporting an injured person to the hospital. When they reach to the traffic intersection, to just drive through without slowing down and checking to see that there is not another vehicle coming across would not be safe. I'm just using that example to say that if you get an emergency, it is not reason enough for you to put your life in danger or others. So the thing is to pull over at a safe place as soon as you can and make that call.
Would that also apply to my use of GPS? I mean, I don't know where I'm going and is the phone taking me there?
So what should happen with the GPS? It's allowed in law because it says that if the cell phone or another or electronic device is used for navigation purposes, then that would not constitute an offense. That cell phone, though, is best mounted, or electronic device, on your dashboard.
Like so.
Right. Remember, well, that is not recommended where it is in the view of the driver. So where that hand is, it is best lowered on the dash, on the vertical section of the dashboard. If you notice what is happening now, that person may be driving and engaging the device, and that is not safe.
So where should it be here? Where should it be, you say?
Below.
Further down?
Further down.
But then you're driving and looking down. So
No. Remember, when you are engaging a GPS, it's not consistent. There's a voice aspect to it. So before you go on your journey, right, you select where you want to go. And it speaks to you. So it's just like a side view mirror where you have to glance to check when you are going to go to the right and the left. So you would engage the GPS momentarily. If you have to do some intricate check, then you have to pull over and do that. But what we saw a while ago, not recommended.
All right. Well,
you feel
there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Me feel under pressure. ACP, me feel under pressure. Mighty God, me go last. Me go last.
Why are you looking at your GPS?
Simone, me go last.
So it's really a matter of safety. That's what it is about. And let us understand that driving is a very serious, very important. We have lost 202 people already this year. And that is something we have to take seriously.
And the truth is, ACP, it only takes one glance down.
And it only takes...
I mean, Nefrel tells the story all the time about running into somebody's back. Phone ping, he looked down, and when he looked, he was in there.
He was in it, yeah.
But based on the feedback that you're getting, is there a possibility that you will look back at the framework and see if there's anything that discretionarily can be pulled back, can be tweaked a little bit, or is what is out there it for now?
Frankly speaking, I see no reason for the law to be pulled back. I believe that persons really should sensitize themselves. And of course, certainly law enforcement need to help with that.
Yes.
And that is something we are doing. Sensitization all around is very important. But the key thing is to understand that in the act of driving, you need to be focused and concentrate on that. Any distraction, and I mean, we are just saying the cell phone, but people read newspapers, we are seeing people with meals on their lap eating, people studying and writing things and so on.
Yeah.
All of those are distractions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But we can deal with those under the banner of careless driving. We are quite happy that these specific laws come in because we are seeing a reduction in the number of distraction crashes.
Yes.
But we need to see much more care. Of course, persons who drive for profit, we have that problem, the public passenger vehicles and so on. And we are seeing even some motorcyclists practicing to drive and use their cell phones. None of those things are safe, and we have to deal with them.
Yeah, that has to be, because I know a lot of the taxi drivers are dispatched. So I'm guessing, and they complain that they don't have nowhere to pull over because they don't have a taxi. It's going to take a little giving and pulling and pushing until we get it right.
ACP, may I just ask you, though, to caution your own team, because we need you gentlemen safe as well. I was driving the other day and saw a policeman. For the duration of the time I saw him riding on his bike, he was on his cell phone from the point I saw him to the point where he was going. And I said, this cannot save. So we need you gentlemen to be safe as well. So please to tell your team, caution your team. We need them, we need your services, and we need you to be safe. So beg, please, I do.
Right, and we are very thankful for the fact that you wish us that. The fact of the matter is that there are many instances where, as police officers, we have to do continuous engagement, especially if you are responding to something or someplace and you are trying to find it. There are times when citizens, we have to keep them online to respond to whatever. The truth is that that caution is really quite valid, and it is something that we will take.
Yes.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank the citizens of Jamaica as
Pay
well.
your ticket.
Yes.
Pay your ticket.
Well, I tell you, if you're in a trouble, you know, not tell someone you might dig you hole and
Go
trade
pay
on
your
the
ticket.
head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Gary McKenzie. After the break, how seriously do you take hurricane warnings? We'll get your feedback when we come back.
Oh, man.